Right off the top tonight, the Occupy D.C. movement accused of damaging a downtown park that just got a nearly $500,000 makeover. Tonight, a congressman is raising red flags about the protesters camping out at McPherson Square. He claims the taxpayer-funded renovations going to waste. He is demanding answers. Fox 5's Will Thomas is working this one now. Will?
Hi, Brian. Representative Darrell Issa, the Republican from California who chairs the House Oversight and Government Reform Committee, wants answers, as Brian said, from the Department of Interior. The Interior oversees the National Park Service and Park Police. Issa sent a letter to the Interior Secretary Ken Salazar. The congressman says more than $400,000 in your money, taxpayer stimulus money, was spent last year refurbishing McPherson Square. And he contends demonstrators out there are ruining the park by camping out there, and camping is illegal, against the law there. We took a look for ourselves tonight, and we asked people who live and work nearby what they think. By day, Occupy D.C. is trying to send a message about corporate greed. At night, especially as the temperatures drop, it looks more like a scene out of Yosemite. Dozens of demonstrators now living in McPherson Square in tents. Would you say that people are spending the night here and sleeping?
Yes. Multiple nights.
But the park just received a facelift to the tune of $400,000. Taxpayer money. Benches, light poles, water fountains, trash cans, chain fencing, all new. That included the grass.
Obviously, there's going to be some wear on the ground due to the structures that we've erected, and it will take a little while for the grass to regrow, but other than that, it's just grass. But
don't tell that to California Congressman Darrell Issa, who thinks the National Park Service should be enforcing the no camping rule. That's a sentiment echoed by people living and working nearby.
At first I was sympathetic, but now enough is enough.
Enough is enough. That's an eyesore.
The garbage is strewn. They're not taking care of it. They're not respecting the property. This is my neighborhood.
He lives here, and Dick Patton is especially fired up at an occupation that's lasted more than 2 months.
It used to be our park, used to be a centerpiece of this neighborhood, and it is no longer a friendly or safe place for us to go.
There's a flip side, of course, and this tourist from Massachusetts stopped us on the street to articulate his point.
I think a $400,000 hit is well worth the price of voices that are dissenting, but also voices that are speaking something that needs to be heard. I think the American people have got to start to understand who really does have their best interests at heart.
The Department of Interior and the National Park Service both say demonstrators are not required to have a permit if the crowd remains under 500 people. And they're not camping in the eyes of the law if they're not sleeping in those many tents you saw. We're told police routinely peek in the tents, and if they're seen sleeping, they're woken up. Occupiers told me tonight, and you heard from one, they sleep just fine night after night.